agriculture plays a pivotal role in the economy of the state, and it provides livelihood to more than half of the state's workforce. Around 55% of the workforce in the state is engaged in agriculture and allied activities. Objectives. In this chapter, we will be discussing about the land utilization, crop intensity, agroclimatic zone, major crops, millets, pulses, commercial crops, Telangana seeds, horticulture. Land utilization. The total geographical area of the state is 112.07 lakh hectares, of which the area under forest cover in 2018-19 is 26.98 lakh hectares, constituting 24.07% of the land. About 41.58% area is under net area zone in 2018-19, increased to 49.07%, and 9.52% is a current fallow lands, decreased to 3.97 in 2019 and 20. 7.44% of the land is put to non-agricultural uses, where it is 8.33 lakh hectares, 5%, and 6 is a barren and uncultivable lands, and 6.7% falls under other fallow, decreased to 5.05 during 2019 and 20. The average landholding size in Adilabad and Komaram district is more than 3 acres. In contrast, districts in central Telangana have far smaller landholdings. Crop intensity. The cropping intensity, that is, the ratio of gross cropped area to the net cropping area, is one of the indicators of assessing efficiency of agricultural sector. The cropping intensity of the year 2019 and 20 has increased to 1.36 from 1.27 in 2013 and 14. The cropping intensity is highest in Nizamabad district with 1.78, which is above average of the state cropping intensity. The lowest cropping intensity in Komaram and Sangareddy districts. Agroclimatic zones. Based on the climate parameters, that is rainfall and temperature, the state is broadly divided into 3 districts of agroclimatic zones. Northern zone. This zone includes Adilabad, Komaram, Asifabad, Nirmal, Manchiryal, Nizamabad, Jagityal, Peddapalli, Kamareddy, Rajanna Sirsila and Karimnagar districts. Annual rainfall ranging from 867 mm to 1189 mm, received mostly from the southwest monsoon rainfall. During this season, maximum temperatures ranges between 31 degrees Celsius to 39 degrees Celsius and minimum ranges between 14 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. Central zone. This zone includes the Sangareddy, Medak, Siddipet, Jangam, Warangal urban, Warangal rural, Mehbubabad, Jayashankar Bhupalapalli, Bhadradri Kottagudem and Khammam districts. Annual rainfall ranges from 779 to 1213 mm, received mostly from the southwest monsoon rainfall. During this season, maximum temperatures ranges between 29 degrees and 39 degrees Celsius and minimum ranges between 16 degrees and 25 degrees Celsius. Southern zone. This zone includes Vikarabad, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 Mahbubnagar, Nalgonda, Suryapet, Vanapatti, Nagar Karnool, Jogulambe Gadwal districts. Annual rainfall ranges from 606 to 853 millimeters, received mostly from the southwest monsoon rainfall. During this season, the maximum temperatures ranges between 28 degrees and 38 degrees Celsius and the minimum ranges between 16 and 25 degrees Celsius. Paddy. Paddy is a predominant crop in the state and is accounted for 50.3% of the total gross cropped area in the state in 2020 and 21 compared to 26.6% in 2014 and 15. Paddy production increased from 193 lakh metric tons in 2019-20 to 251 lakh metric tons in 2020-21, an increase of 29.9%. This has helped to make the state a national leader in paddy production. In 2020-21, the gross value of output of paddy was 43,255 crores, and 33% increase from 2019-20. Rice. Rice is a principal crop extensively cultivated in the state of both Kharif and Rabi season. During 1955-56, rice is cultivated in 19.49 lakh acres. During 2000-2001, it has increased to 38.25 lakh acres, and during 2019 and 20, it is 79.47 lakh acres, which is increased to 44.17 lakh tons during 2000-2001 and 118.85 lakh tons in 2019 and 20. Jowar. It is also a principal food grain crop in the state, and it is sown in both Kharif and Rabi season, mostly under the rain-fed conditions. The area sown under the jowar during 2019 and 20 was 2.17 acres as against 2.69 lakh acres in 2012 and 13. Jowar is predominantly grown in the districts of Mehboob-Nagar, Rangareddy, Sangareddy, Adilabad and Kamareddy. The production of jowar was 1.33 lakh tons during 2019 and 20 as against 1.34 lakh tons in 2012 and 13. Bajra. It is generally grown in the rain-fed conditions in Kharif season and irrigated in Rabi season in the state. The area sown under the Bajra during 2019 and 20 was 22.41 acres as against 6.64 lakh acres in 2012 and 13. Bajra crop is predominantly grown in Nizamabad, Jagityal, Nirmal, Joglamba, Rangareddy districts. The production of Bajra was 0.1 lakh tons during 2019-20 against the same, that is 0.12 lakh tons in 2012 and 13. Maize. Maize is predominantly grown in Telangana state. The area under the maize was 15.89 acres during 2019 and 20 as against 16.38 lakh acres in 2012 and 13. It is predominantly grown in Warangal rural, Siddipet, Kamareddy, Rangareddy districts. The production of maize was estimated at 36.43 lakh tons during 2019 and 20 as against 29.44 lakh tons in 2012 and 13. Major millets. The major millets include pearl millet, sorghum, finger millet, foxtail millet. These crops are mainly grown in rain-fed conditions. During 2019 and 20, it is cultivated in 18.34 lakh acres, which is predominantly grown in Warangal rural, Siddipet, Kamareddy, Rangareddy, Nirmal with a production of 37.90 lakh tons and the average yield is 2067. Minor millets. Korra, Varagu, Samai, Vodda and other minor millets come under the minor millets and they are sparsely grown in the state. The total crop area in the state during 2019 and 20. These are cultivated in 2,672 acres, which is predominantly grown in Joglamba, Yadadri, Nagar Karnool, Mehboob-Nagar, Medak districts. The production is 1685 and the average yield is 631 per acre during 2019 and 20. Pulses. Pulses comprise red gram, Bengal gram, green gram, black gram, horse gram, cow gram and other pulses. The area under the pulses is 12.77 lakh acres in 2019-20, which is increased to 130 lakh acres with a production of 17.17 lakh tons in 2020-21 and the average yield is 429 kgs per acre during 2019 and 20. Commercial crops. Oil seeds. Telangana is one of the important states in the country which grows oilseed crops like groundnut, sesame, soya bean, safflower, sunflower and castor, etc. Castor. The castor is cultivated mostly in the Kharif season in the state. It is extensively cultivated in Mehboob-nagar, Narayanpet, Vanaparthi, Jogilamma districts. The area sown under castor is 0.69 lakh acres in 2019-20 with a total production of 37,258 tons. The yield rate of castor was 539 kg/acre. Sesame seeds. The crop is cultivated both in Kharif and Rabi season and mostly cultivated during the Rabi season in the state. Jagityal, Nirmal, Nizamabad, Adilabad and Kamareddy. The area sown under the sesame was 50,021 acres in 2019 and 20 with a total production of 12,651 tons. The yield rate of castor was 253 kg/acre. Sunflower. Sunflower is an important oilseed crop in the state. It is cultivated both in the Kharif and Rabi season and mostly cultivated in the Rabi season. The area sown under the sunflower was 11,185 acres in 2019 and 20. The production of sunflower was 10,110 lakh tons with a yield rate was 904 kg/acre in 2019 and 20. Groundnut. Groundnut is one of the important oilseed crops in Telangana. This crop is mostly cultivated under the irrigation sources in Rabi season and is cultivated in almost all districts. During the year 2019 and 20, the groundnut reported at 2.65 lakh tons of production. The yield rate of groundnut was 968 kg/acre in 2019 and 20. Areas like Nagar Kurnool, Vanaparthi, Jogilamma, Nalgonda, Warangal rural district are main producers. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is an important commercial crop in the state. It is mainly grown as irrigated crop. Some of the geographical conditions for the sugarcane growth are temperature. It requires hot and humid climate with an average temperatures of 21 degrees to 27 degrees Celsius. Rainfall. 75 to 150 centimeters of rainfall is favorable for sugarcane cultivation. Irrigation is required in those areas where rainfall is less than the prescribed limit. Soil. It can grow in a variety of soils. In fact, sugarcane can tolerate any kind of soil that can retain moisture. But deep, rich, loamy soils is ideal for its growth. The soil should be rich in nitrogen, calcium and phosphorus, but neither it should be too acidic nor alkaline. Cotton. Cotton is an important fiber crop grown in the Kharif season in the state. Some of the geographical conditions favorable for the cotton production are temperature. Cotton requires uniformly high temperatures varying between 21 degrees to 30 degrees. Rainfall. It grows mostly in the areas having at least of 210 frost-free days in a year. It requires modest amount of rainfall of 50 to 100 centimeters. However, cotton is successfully grown with the help of irrigation in the areas where the rainfall is less than 50 centimeters. Soil. Cotton cultivation is very closely related to the black soils of Deccan and Malwa Plateau. However, it also grows well in alluvial soils of the Sutlej Ganga plain and the red and laterite soils of the peninsular regions. Telangana seeds. Telangana is blessed with a diverse climatic conditions such as a balanced composition of cool and dry weather around the year, giving an opportunity to produce and store the quality seeds, and also have a major advantage is handful of research institutes in Hyderabad. In fact, the state is already producing almost 50% of the seeds produced in the country. As most of the companies have the development centers, pilot nurseries and projects in the state and are generating hybrid and GM seeds to cater to the domestic and export markets. The state has a crop area of over 41 lakh hectares in Kharif and about 13 lakh hectares during the Rabi season. Besides, the state has efficient and economic seed producing plants and storage facilities. Ankapur is called the seed bowl of Telangana, having about 30 seeds processing units. Now, the seed cultivation is spreading to nearby villages and the entire region is now the house for the processing units of several major seeds companies like Pioneer, ProAgro, Ganga Kaveri, Kaveri, Tulasi, 𝗧𝗏𝗧, etc. Horticulture. Cultivation of fruits, vegetables and flowers is increased by 20% and currently it accounts for 6.2% of the total cultivated area in the state. In 2019 and 20, total horticulture production was 63.1 metric tons as increase of 86% from 2014 and 15. The growth in horticulture production has been broad-based with significant increase in the production of fruits, vegetables, spices and plantation. The state is a national leader in the terms of production and the area under cultivation for turmeric, ranked second in the terms of production and the area under the cultivation of chilies. In oil palm, the state ranks 6th in the terms of area under cultivation and 2nd in the production. The state also ranks 7th in the terms of area and 6th in the production of mango. The state stands 16th in the terms of area under cultivation and 15th in overall production of the vegetable production. Agriculture is an important sector in the Telangana state economy. It contributed 13% of the state income. Nearly 56% of the population in the state is depending on agriculture. It has the net cropped area of 5.12 million hectares and nearly 56% of the area is irrigated by various irrigation sources. It has 3 agroclimatic zones which are suitable for the various crops. Telangana's agricultural growth has been accompanied by an increase in rural poverty as well as a significant decline in the consumption levels of both marginal peasantry and the agricultural labourers during the last decade. These developments suggest that the process of immersing the growth is taking place in this region. While agricultural globalization policies contribute partially to this tragic phenomenon, the rapid growth of well irrigation is also responsible for the immiseralization of small and marginal peasantry. Significant policy remedies have to be undertaken in the irrigation in order to counter the welfare loss of the poorest cultivators in the region.